Hey everyone, welcome to May's Lug Life. I'm May, and today I'm just going to be doing a walkthrough of the bag here, which is the Scoop 2. So 2 indicating that there was one prior to that. So today we're just going to be talking about the Scoop 2. I don't have the Scoop 1, never had. So I'm just going to be able to tell you from what I remember of the other one and compare a little bit, but don't quote me because I can't remember everything, but I do remember a few relatively big differences. So I will talk about the Scoop 1, like the original Scoop, a little bit, but basically this is just a walkthrough of this bag. And the reason why we're doing a walkthrough of this bag is because I've actually had it for a little while. I've decided not to keep it, and it's going to be given as a gift at some point this week. So I thought I would do a quick video just to walk you through it and show you what this bag is all about. So I've not used it. This is not a review. This is just a walkthrough. Stay tuned at the end of this video. There will be some fact sheets on this particular bag with all the dimensions and features rather that this bag has. So if you're trying to look to compare, all the information is there. Now I will actually be comparing it to a few of the bags that I have that are sort of similar in size and shape and dimension and sort of, I don't know, I guess orientation. And I'll just show you those in comparison. But basically this is just a walkthrough. So I'm just going to show you all the different features, take you on a tour, and then I'll just put a couple of things inside it for size reference, and then I'll compare them to a couple other bags. So firstly, this is in the blush pink. I believe it was actually available for sale for a little while in the very beginning, and I think it sold out really fast. But I got this one in my, I want to say it was the summer 2021 mystery box. So it was a great find. I actually really liked getting it. I love the bag. I just don't need it. I personally need a lot more bag. I carry a lot of stuff, so this is just too small for me. And yeah, I kept it for the longest time thinking maybe I might, but very likely I was going to be gifting it, and that's the case. So today is probably the last day I'm going to have it, so I thought I'd do a quick video on it before it was no longer in my possession and I have to say goodbye to this lovely bag. Anyway, so first of all, the main differences between the first one and the second Scoop, well, the first off is the biggest difference for me that I think is the quilting. So on the Scoop 2, you're going to get all of this quilting on the front. The old Scoops that had absolutely no quilting at all. It was totally plain on the front, plain in every direction. So basically the Scoop on the back looks about the same. The Scoop on the front, on the top rail, looks about the same, but the Scoop 2 has this quilting on it and this sort of more symmetrical quilting. So that's the first difference that you'll see. The second difference, from what I recall, because a friend of mine actually does have this bag and she used it all the time, so I used to see it and I remember looking at it. And I think when she bought it, we were together and I was humming and hawing for the longest time and decided not to get it because I just knew that there was no way that I was going to be able to keep carrying that bag, seeing as I was going to probably need a whole lot more. So I do remember some of these features. So one of the features I do remember is that it had a lot more pockets on the front. So there was a smaller zip pocket here, which I believe was like the cell phone pocket. So it was fleece lined from what I remember. There was another pocket here, and then there was another sort of pocket at the top. It did not have, the old one did not have the sort of signature cell phone pocket, like that with a magnetic opening and the tab. So the original one did not have that type of pocket for the cell phone, but I think there was a fleece-lined one with a zipper on the front as opposed to back here. So that was the main difference. Now, as far as the interior, I'm not 100% sure because, again, I don't really remember. But I do remember when I looked at her bag, it had more sort of pockets and it stuck out a little bit further. So when she had it packed, it was big. It was like a little round butterball. It was actually kind of cute. But anyways, so let's go first on a little tour. So you've got like I said, the quilting on the front, and if you can see there, that first pocket there has a little bit of its own gusset, so it actually does extend a little bit. So when you open this zipper, it does have a fair bit of space, so you can actually probably pack that a little bit, and it will open a little bit because of that extra little bit there that extends out, so you can actually put a fair bit of extra stuff in there without impinging on the space in the rest of the bag. The zippers have a small hole So if you want to latch something on there, hook something on there, you could, which is kind of a nice feature. Not all of the lug bags have that little hole on their bags. It is the gunmetal finish on all of the zipper pulls, but the actual zipper itself is that plastic tonal one. Now again, I don't know if all of the colors have this. I think they do in the twos. Don't know about the original ones. I feel like the original ones did not. So double check on that one if you are picky about that. There's that cell phone pocket that I was talking about earlier. It is quite large. It is very, very wide, and it's quite deep. It actually goes, the pocket goes right to the very bottom of the bag. So it's quite deep, and it's probably one of the wider cell phone pockets. So you can put your phone in, I guess, horizontally, and if you have a short phone you could put it in vertically, but it's really good like if you have like 2 pairs of sunglasses or really bulky sunglasses or a really ginormous phone with a thick case, you can easily fit that in there. And then we'll go to the back, and the back has, and I believe this feature also exists in the original Scoop as well, just a zipper pocket in the back. It doesn't seem to have any organization. There's no pen pockets or anything like that. It's just a zipper pocket that does not have its own gusset, so you'd only be able to put thin things in there, small items. It does not have feet, and it does not have a plastic bottom, so not one of those things you necessarily want to put down anywhere. And the D-rings for the strap are on the sides, and you would actually use, so it does actually come with a strap, and it is a 1-inch strap, and it is adjustable. So there's that little adjustable tab there, so you can pull it up and down on that to make it longer or shorter. And how you attach the strap is with this little lobster claw that you can easily open and close. And that does have the gunmetal finish as well. So you would hook that onto the D-ring, and then you'd end up having your crossbody strap. So, like I said, it does have a crossbody strap, but it also has this top handle, which, I gotta be honest with you, that was another reason why I originally didn't get the Scoop, because at the time, when I first started seeing this bag, when I saw the Scoop, the original Scoop, it looked like a little a lunchbox, because especially it didn't have any quilting, so it really looked like a lunchbox. With the top handle and it being plain, it looked like nothing but a lunchbox. At the time, I hated top handles. I thought top handles were ugly. I had no idea why anybody would put a top handle in a bag and ruin a beautiful bag. But I gotta tell you, I finally ended up getting a bag with a top handle, and I absolutely love them. And I feel like now, when I get a bag that doesn't have a top handle, I get very upset. And I really feel like it could use a top handle. So for anybody who's looking at this going, that's really ugly and that's awful, why would they put that there? Just to let you know, it may be ugly, and I still don't know, because now my love for the top handle has erased all sense of this being ugly. But once you have one, and once you use one, and once you sort of, have the ability to grab your bag, even if with a with the crossbody strap on, I will definitely grab this. So if it's on my shoulder, if it's on a seat, if it's on my lap, or whatever it is, instead of grabbing it by the strap, I will grab it by here, and it's so much easier to lift and so much easier to maneuver. Even when I'm taking a purse off of my body with the crossbody strap on, I will hold it with one hand with the with the top handle, and then the other hand I'll take the crossbody strap off, and so the bag never hits the floor. For some reason, I gotta tell you, my life has been changed because of top handles. So if you are one of these people who's like, just trust me. Try one bag, and then get back to me and tell me if crossbodies have sort of changed for you once they have a top handle. Anyways, that's all I'm saying. So, does have sorry, I was gonna say crossbody. It has a top handle. It is not rubberized. And it doesn't have a cushion, but it is reinforced, so it does have a little bit of an extra layer, so it should be pretty durable and should last you the life of the bag. Then let's go into the first zipper. So that actually, no, I'm going to take you to the back zipper first, because that's the least exciting one. So the back zipper here has just the one pull, and it goes all the way out. And in the back section here, you've got 2 cargo pockets with an elasticized trim. It is not fleece lined, so it's just the regular fabrication here. So that goes all the way down. So that pocket goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag. And there's 2 small ones, and it's just divided by a seam down the middle. So that's on the back. And then you have your privacy zip pocket there, and it is also quite wide. And I'm not going to take the tissue out because this is going to be a gift, so I'm going to kind of try to keep all the elements inside that make it look new as possible. And that pocket goes all the way, let's see if I can show this to the very bottom of the bag. I hope you can see that. So that Clearview pocket goes all the way to the bottom of the bag. So it's a really, really large zipper pocket. So you can put large items in this one. It doesn't have the dividing line that some of the lug bags have, so that you can sort of, I guess, sort of organize your Clearview a bit more. This one's just one large thing. And I don't think, nope, it does not. I was just checking to see if the key bungee was here. But like I said, it does come with the crossbody strap. So that is the back zipper. So you definitely have a lot of space in there. It probably could fit a small e-reader or an iPad mini if you want it. The front section is a really cool section. So it's got two zippers. So sorry, it comes out from two zippers. So you can actually put that in the middle and lock it if you wanted to. And then, for extra security, it opens all the way to the very bottom of the bag on either side. And the reason for that is because it has this amazing drawbridge sort of flap on the side of each side, so that when you open your bag, if it's completely unzipped, it will open like an accordion and nothing will fall out the side. And it allows you to really get a view of absolutely everything in your bag and see the very, very bottom without having to rummage. So having that drawbridge opening really allows for you to be able to go deep, deep, deep inside your bag and open it really wide and see everything inside. So this one, as you can see here, has a built-in wallet. So you've got the built-in wallet at the front, which makes this section in the front the RFID section. So if you want to keep your card safe, you can in this front section. So there is a bill pocket for your bills, your receipts there. So it's quite wide, your checkbook. And then you have 4 card slots on the one side, right there, and then 4 more card slots on there. And for anybody who's curious about this card that did come with the bag, that's what it says there. Isn't that cute? Okay, so for any collectors of those cards, that's what this one came with. And then the middle section here has a zipper that opens all the way out. And then you've got, this can be for your change or for any valuables, anything you want to keep extra secure, right in the middle. Not plastic lined, it is just that regular fabrication in the center there. So, but just so you're aware, it is attached on the side, but detached at the bottom. So that there will be, if you put anything on this side, it might slide through to the other side and vice versa. So I don't know why people do that. I guess it's just so they don't have to sew one more thing into the bottom. I guess maybe it gives you more flexibility. I'm not sure. But anyway, so there's your cards. There's your coin pouch or whatever you want to put in that zipper. And then the back here, on the last part here, you have 2 more cargo slip pockets with that elasticized rim that is not fleece lined. So it just gives you a little bit more opportunity for organization. And I don't see a key ring in here. So I don't think it actually came with one. So I just want to, so for those of you who don't like that key bungee, I don't think this one has it. I haven't come into contact with it yet, so I'm assuming it doesn't have one. And that's it. So that's the 2-cent tour. So what I'm going to do now, just in case you are for some reason one of the people who needs to have a wallet, I decided to just bring the larger wallet, because if the big one fits, obviously all the smaller ones will fit as well. So this one here is the handspring wallet. It's not the thickest wallet that I own. The Kickflip 3 would be, but because this one's full, so I was using this one this year, so it's completely packed with a gazillion cards and a bunch of things as well. So instead of getting my Kickflip, which is technically at the moment thinner than this one because it's empty, I thought I would use this one. So for anybody who needs to have a separate wallet, like me, I actually tend not to like bags that have a built-in wallet, just because I find that things fly out of them, especially when I've got other things in them. For some reason, if I've got like cards in the card slots and then I start to put other things in it, I tend to, like, when I pull something else out, the card comes with. So especially with these ones, because as great as it is that they're roomy, like you can actually put 3 or 4 cards into each slot, it's really roomy, which means if you've got a card that just sort of touches something as you're pulling it out, the card comes flying out of the bag. So I prefer not to have my bags have a built-in wallet. So I always carry a wallet, a separate wallet. So like I said, this is a full handspring wallet. If you needed to carry a wallet in this bag, you could fit one in lengthwise. So it is the exact right, I guess, width or length, whatever way you want to call this, for one of the larger bags to actually be able to get into, one of the larger wallets to be able to fit into this bag. So if you have a handspring, which is what's here, in Buffalo Check Red, by the way, if you have a Splits XL, if you have, like I said, a kick flip or a kick, like any of the kick flips, 1, 2, 3. What else is there? I can't even think of what other wallets there are, but those larger size wallets, if you got one of those, it should still fit into that pouch. And then if it fits in here, it'll fit in the back one as well. So yeah, so this is a full one. You can easily throw that in there. You probably could still fit other things into that front pocket and be able to zip it. Uh-oh. Hang on, am I getting stuck on something? Oh, yeah, there's a little doohickey thing. That's what it is. Okay, sorry. Scared me. Yeah, there we go. So, and it doesn't take up too much more space. It's still a relatively small bag. So there we go. So that's how my handspring, my full handspring fits in this bag. And it tucks away quite nicely, and you do have a nice little nestle spot for it. And if you just, especially if you just want to ignore that built-in wallet there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just compare it in size to a few other sort of east-west oriented bags that I've got. So this, like I said, is it's a sort of a medium-sized bag. For me, it's too small for what I need. It's big enough to do some things, and not big enough to do really what I really need, and it's too big for it to be a small bag, like a coupe or a roundabout. So let's just compare it to the roundabout. So this is a roundabout 2 in Buffalo Check Red, and hopefully you can see it is definitely a bit taller. Oh, sorry, and it's a tiny little bit wider. And as far as the thickness, when it's a little bit more packed, this is definitely going to be thicker, and that's how much shorter. Can you see that there? How much shorter it is compared to the other one. Now, it is a small bag, but it's not tiny. If you really want something tiny, the biggest you can go probably would be the Roundabout 2. This is more of a medium-sized bag. So just to show you how that compares, you probably even could put the Roundabout inside the Scoop too. So that is the Roundabout. The next size up I have is, this is the Carousel XL. I don't have the regular Carousel. The Carousel, I believe, is a tiny, it's definitely shorter than this. Like it's not as tall, and I'm not sure about the length, but it is, I think, shorter than this one. So it's a little bit shorter here, but probably about the same width. But again, so that's the XL back there. So you can see the XL is a little bit taller. And as far as the thickness, the XL is definitely got a lot more thickness there as well, and it's got that little extra front pocket. So your XL Carousel will be a lot bigger than the Scoop 2, but if you happen to have a Carousel, a regular Carousel, I think it might be comparable as far as like this width-wise, like the depth of it, and I feel like it might be a teeny bit shorter than the Scoop, or the Scoop 2. So yeah, if you happen to have one of those, let me know. So that is the size difference between those two. And then the largest one that I have, as far as the east-west orientation, is the Navigator. So that's the largest one. And then again, just to show you the size difference, that's the height. There, so you can get a really good sense of the height there. And then the depth, it's kind of the same. You can probably get a little bit more depth-wise in the Navigator, just because it's got those two front pockets. But they're actually built relatively the same. It looks a little bit smaller because of the color, but when I'm looking at them here in real life, they're about the same. So anyway, so that's the size difference between those guys. So if you were sort of trying to debate whether you would, get one of these other ones instead, the Scoop is definitely the smallest one out of the three bags out of the two bags, the last two bags I showed you. So to me, I think of this as a large-ish to medium-sized bag. The Carousel XL is sort of a large to medium size as well. and then the scoop is sort of like a medium size bag, and then of course the roundabout is a small bag. So there you go. I hope that gives you a little bit of a sense of what this bag is all about. I hope that was helpful for anybody who was actually trying to decide whether they wanted to get the Scoop 2. So there you go. The last time I'm going to see the Scoop 2. It was nice having you for a little while. Anyways, hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments below. And like I said, stay tuned for the fact sheets for this bag at the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.